Hi guys, happy Monday, happy new week. I'm so excited that you decided to join me this week. I'm so excited because I'm just feeling very refreshed this morning. I woke up and posted my vlog, and then I read my Bible and ate breakfast and kind of picked up around the house. And as I was picking up around the house and I was kind of fixing the bedroom, I opened my closet to get ready, and I just have so much clothes that I just don't have space for anymore. So my goal this week is to go through all of my clothes and get rid of them if I do not wear them or if I haven't touched them, like literally ever since we moved to Seattle, because I have so much clothes that I don't need. So that's my goal for the week. But I really wanted to just read you guys this prologue in John 1. That's what it's called. It says prologue. And I'm literally just gonna read it. Like, I don't feel like I need to add anything or like say my own comments, like whatever, just because like the word of God is enough. Just like I was saying in a previous video, how I was listening to this girl and she was saying how like we need to let God just be God, and we need to like let his word be what his word was like meant to be. So I just want to share this with you guys because it's just so good and I loved reading it this morning. So John 1 through, let's see, what is the last verse? 18. And it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. All things were created through him, and apart from him, not one thing was created that has been created. In him was life, and that life was the light of men, that shines in the darkness, and yet the darkness did not overcome it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness to testify about the light, so that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but he came to testify about the light, the true light that gives light to everyone who was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was created through him, and yet the world did not recognize him. He came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. But to all who did receive him, he gave them the right to be children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of natural descent, or of the will of the flesh, or of the will of man, but of God. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. We observed his glory, the glory as the one and only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. John testified concerning him and exclaimed, 'This was the one of whom I said, the one coming after me ranks ahead of me because he existed before me. Indeed, we have all received grace upon grace from his fullness, for the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God, the one and only Son, who is himself God and is at the Father's side. He has revealed him.'" So that is John 1 verses 1 through 18. And there's obviously so much like being said just from the beginning. So I encourage you to go and dissect it and study it and read it yourself. There's just so much power in that and so much truth in that. And I just loved it so much. So I encourage you guys to go and read that and study it and dissect it and pull it apart and pray that the Lord just like speaks to you through that. So that is what I read this morning. And I just, like I said, I loved it so much. And then another thing that I also just wanted to share real quick was that this next weekend, I always give you guys like the weather forecast, which I think is so funny because like I just think it's funny. Like I'm like, oh, the weather is sunny today. It's rainy today, but I love it. So this next weekend, I'm so excited because it's gonna be sunny and in like the high 60s. So I cannot wait because spring is coming and I love spring because of all the flowers. And I'm just so excited because I can't wait to just take all the cute pictures. I actually want to go down over in the University District because I guess they have like this street just like filled of cherry blossoms, and I want to just go take some pictures because I think it'd be so cute. So hopefully my eyes itch. Hopefully we do that this weekend, And yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'm praying that you just feel blessed and that you just get the strength in the areas that you need it, and that you just feel God's love and mercy and forgiveness over you today and the rest of this week. And I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Bye guys, love you. I'm so excited that it is entering the end of the week. I'm really just looking forward to spending some time with Teo and just kind of relaxing. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've kind of had a not so good and good week. It's been a kind of right there in the middle. And so I've just been struggling a little bit, and I've really just had to dive into the word and lean onto Jesus and really just pray and seek his face out a little extra this week, to just be reminded of his promises and his love and his faithfulness to me and to my family and just in my life. And so I was very encouraged this morning, and I felt like the Lord really just spoke to my heart as I was just reading his word. And I'm also just so extremely blessed with my husband. Just with a husband who prays for me, who prays with me, who prays over me, and really just leads us so extremely well and just seeks his face out too. And so Teo is just such a blessing, and the Lord has blessed me so much with him, and I'm just extremely overwhelmed and filled with gratitude always for Teo, but especially during hard weeks and just moments that I just can't do on my own, and that I really just need the Lord. And yeah, so anyways, I was really encouraged this morning, and I felt like it was the Lord just like giving me a big hug. I started reading in Deuteronomy, and in the first two stories, Moses is just explaining the story of the Israelites and kind of like the book of Exodus, and how the Lord had freed them from like slavery and brought them into the wilderness, and how they were still super like disobedient and rebelled against him and didn't trust in him, but he just kept saying like the Lord is good, and like he was giving us like good things, and that he went before us, and that he was still fighting for us, and that he went as fire by night and a cloud by day, and that he is faithful, and that like he was speaking to them, and that the Lord has blessed us and watched over us, and the Lord has always been with us and had always been giving them everything they needed and like never lacked anything. And that was just like a couple of like promises that I said us, but like to the Israelites back then, but it like relates to us too. Like he does the same thing for us. Like he is constantly giving us things that are good. He is constantly going before us. He is constantly fighting for us. He is constantly carrying us. He is constantly making and guiding and providing a path. He is constantly speaking to us to tell us whether or not we should go or if we should stay and what we should do. And He is constantly blessing us, and He is constantly watching over us, and He is constantly giving us everything that we need to where we will never lack anything. And that was just such a really big hug for me, just like knowing like He is before us, He is fighting for us, He is carrying us, and He will let us always have everything that we need and that we're never lacking anything. And it's even in the midst of challenges and situations that seem so hard that we really just need to trust in our God and trust in His faithfulness and trust in everything that He is doing, because it is good. And so one of the verses that I just really liked was in Deuteronomy 2:7, and it says, "For the Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this immense wilderness. The Lord your God has been with you these past 40 years, and you have lacked nothing." And that just speaks for itself. I feel like I don't need to say much, but reading in Deuteronomy 1 and 2 today, and just listening to how Moses was explaining the story of the Israelites to the people was just so encouraging, because he kept reminding them like, but the Lord was gracious, and the Lord was faithful, and the Lord always provided, and the Lord always went before them, and the Lord always fought for them, and the Lord warned them, and the Lord is just so good. So that was just a big hug over my heart and my just situations and my life right now. And so I just really loved that. And I love you guys. And I feel like I haven't been talking as much in my vlogs, and I'm sorry. I just also, with like this vlog, want to be super intentional when I am speaking, because I don't want to just say stuff to say stuff, but I really want it to be like a heart intentional moment where like I'm being honest and truthful with you guys with just where the Lord is taking me and speaking to me and encouraging me with during my own life situations. So I love you guys so much, and I'm so excited to continue the rest of this vlog, and I will see you at the end of the video. Bye guys. Hi guys, happy end of the week. It is Sunday night and we are about to go to bed. We just got done golfing and eating dinner and showering and stuff, so now literally right after I'm done filming this video, we are going to bed. I'm so tired and just ready to crash. So thank you guys so much for joining this week. I'm so excited to bring you along next week, and I'm just looking forward to what will be in it and what's going to be shared and just what the Lord puts on my heart or just speaks to me. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.